I don't want any lightning or anything like that to start whilst I'm out here. Oh my god, my heart is racing. That right there is a lynx. I'm getting way too close. I'm getting way too close. Well, here we go. This is it. All dropped off in the wilderness. Only way out is through for the next 7 to 10 days. Just me, myself, and I. And the North Woods. Thank you to the Kellys at Tyler Kelly Camps for my transportation. I got a shuttle to the starting point from those guys, and they were very, very nice. Had a nice 4-hour ride to get here, and a nice time talking to them and giving me a bit of insight into what to expect. Also like to say thank you to Buddy Xander of Xander Budnick YouTube channel. I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. You've seen his videos. If you haven't, go check him out. He got back from an 8-day canoe trip just recently, so I reached out to him and asked for some advice on, you know, how many hours a day I should expect to be paddling and things like that. So that was a big help, so thanks, mate. I appreciate that. And now we've got a big day, a big first day, so that we can try and get to our first camp for the night, so that way we can get some of this big water out of the way and not end up in any crazy wind tomorrow. And now I'm stuck even worse because the weather's supposed to change. As you can probably see, first day is a big open water paddle day, and I'm trying to get pretty far down this lake because I have a south wind, which according to all reports I've seen, and the ranger that I checked in with just told me, having a south wind is pretty rare on these big lakes. So I've got it at my back, I've got a nice tailwind, so I'm gonna try and cover some ground and get to a campsite by the first carry of the trip, and that way I've got this big open water out of the way. Oh, we took on a lot of water. We took on a lot of water. Definitely not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea. Safe to say there's a bit of water in the boat. Oh no. Oh no. Most people would take it out of the water first. Well, shucks, I reckon I done caught me some sunshine. Oh, it's been so windy I didn't even realise how burnt I was getting. Well, I did actually. I stopped for lunch and that's when I put on my sun hoodie. But I got me a nice little farmer tan going on. Oh, I almost capsized the boat as well, filled it with water, you saw that, and then like an idiot I tried to empty it when it was still in the water and it just sloshed around and filled with more water. So everything luckily is in dry bags, so it's dry. My camera bag, which is supposed to be waterproof, which I got for this trip, isn't waterproof, so everything in there was wet. And then yeah, I had to sit with that on my knees so keep it out of the water till I could get to a spot. And I made it to a spot I wanted to make it to. Actually, I went further than I wanted to make it. I was going to stop at Loch Dam, that place where I carried over. And this is actually Thoreau. It's named that because this is where Henry David Thoreau stopped on his way through here. So pretty cool part of history. But yeah, I mean, in fact, let's pull out the map and I'll show you where I am and what I'm doing and how far I've gone today, all that good stuff. So here we have a map of the Allagash Wilderness Waterway in Maine's unorganized territories up in the northeast corner. Basically, it's one big river system with some big open water in this section here. Come up here and it flows from south to north. I am doing the full thing, which I believe is 93 miles, and I started down here right at the very beginning. So to start the day, I started here at Chamberlain Bridge. I made my way up here, came across there to Loch Dam, carried over here, down the creek, and then I'm up here on this little island here today. So I had no idea how far I was going to make it today. I drove all day yesterday and got to the outfitters at maybe 9:30 last night. Slept in the back of the truck and they actually woke me up around 6:30 and we were out of there by 7. I got down, splashed down about 11:30 today. It's now 20 past 5, 5:20, and I paddled pretty much all day. And the reason I did that is because I've been told that having a tailwind on these big lakes is very rare. Like, it's typically blowing straight at you, and I've had a tailwind all day, so I was like, I'm just gonna ride that thing as far as I can go. I could probably do a little more, but I figured why not stay here. I'm hungry. I didn't stop very long to eat lunch. I've got a lot of food and a lot of water to drink, so that is what I plan to do. Day 1 in the books. It's 9 o'clock and I am going to bed. Good night. Not bad, is that? It's alright. I decided to try one of those cafe mocha instant things from Starbucks on this trip because they are like 150 calories per packet and regular black coffee is just like, what, 4 calories or something, so I figured it's a good way to get a nice big, or not a big boost, but a nice boost of calories in the morning with my breakfast. And it's fine, it's alright. It might not be everyone's cup of coffee, as it were, but it'll do. We got another tailwind this morning, which is good news. It's very windy out there. I don't know what I did to deserve such good luck on these big lakes and have a tailwind both days, but then again I do, because England lost the Euros, so man, this is wild. This is absolutely wild. I'm completely alone. I know the ranger said when I checked in yesterday that no other groups had checked in, and I haven't seen another person. But I think what's throwing me off is this lake is enormous. It's absolutely huge. So was the last one. And typically on a lake that big, there'd always be like motorboats, powerboats and stuff. But you're not allowed any of that on here. So it's just like massive open water. And it's pretty calm and flat right now. It's actually just starting to rain. And there's nothing. It's just still. Almost feels like I'm out at sea or something. It's weird. Oh, she's a-raining. She's a-raining. I keep hearing thunder off in the distance, and right now I'm out in the middle of the water because that's the way I gotta go to get to where I'm going, but there's an island up ahead of me right now, and I'm gonna head for that and see if I can't get out of this rain, or, well, the rain's not a big issue. I don't want any lightning or anything like that to start whilst I'm out here paddling, and there seems to be a lot of weather coming in behind me. So right now we're heading to the island. So if we can't get on there, get a fire going. With them and get a bit closer to shore just in case. That way, that way, if anything does happen, at least close to the shore. Like they get even worse the closer you get to shore. And once I get into shore, and I try and move along the shore, they're just going to keep me pinned in there. To get around this point, it's difficult right now. I don't know why, but the boat always, I don't know what it is, even if, no matter how much I paddle right hand down, the boat always wants to seem to go right with this wind. I don't know why. Big old waves. Big old waves. Big old waves. Oh no. Oh no. Not good. Not good. Come on. Getting pretty close to the shore now. Whoa. There's like a big thing of rocks right there, right in front of me, and I know I'm gonna hit that pretty hard. Well, as of right now, I'm beached. I'm stranded. There's no way I can get out of here with the waves the way they are. And hopefully the wind dies down so we can make some progress, but who knows at this point. But there's no way I can paddle out there, or I'm gonna risk paddling out there and then trying to turn and go around this corner, because it's just not worth it. Oh my god, my heart is racing. The wind died down a little bit and I decided I had to go for it because it looks like there's some pretty rough weather coming in behind it. And oh my god, getting around that cove then was all hands on deck. Luckily now I can point my nose with the waves, but there was a second there where, I mean, they were coming over the bow, and then I had to sort of go side with them, and they were big. I mean, like, the whole canoe would drop below the height of the one coming. So hopefully now I can sort of stay pointed in the direction they're going, and they're honestly not as bad around this corner as they were, but man, that was scary. But every so often you seem to get a big one and the wind's picking up again. But if I didn't get away from that cove, I feel like I would have been stuck there the whole time with it about to rain. Rain's not even the worst thing, but whoa, I kind of felt like it was going to be super rough weather, like storm weather. No way to set up a tent or anything. Of course this couldn't happen when I got out to pee on the nice wide open sandy beach. No, it has to happen when the shoreline is nothing but rocks. I'm stuck again. It's worse. It's like the wind was fine, and all of a sudden I got around the corner and decided, right, I'm going to blow from a different direction now. And now I'm stuck even worse. 4 o'clock. Captain's log from Shipwreck Cove. We've run aground and we're stuck, trapped by high seas. If the weather doesn't give in soon, we'll be spending the night here. We're just gonna have to wait it out, wait and see. It's 4:30 now. Didn't get dark last night till close to 9 o'clock, so hopefully in the next, 4.5 hours, as the sunset comes in, the water will calm down, but we'll see. We shall see. Oh man, what can you say about day 2? It's been a mother effer. I thought the wind was determined to kill me. Even I managed to push off from Shipwreck Cove, get the canoe out, get it round and down. It looked like it had calmed down. I mean, it was still choppy, but it looked like it was over. And then I hit this sandbar where this campsite is, and just before I got there, it all started again, and it almost tipped my boat over right as I got to the sandbar. Luckily, I got up onto the sandbar, got over into this campsite, and managed to set up the tent before this thunderstorm started. So, man, what a day. What a day. Probably the scariest day I've had camping in a while. I don't even mean in a while, I mean ever. With that I was worried for a minute there, but we made it. We made it. Day 3. Day 2, man, what a disaster. What an absolute disaster day 2 was. It started out great, and well, actually no it didn't. We got rained on hard in the beginning, so everything got wet, and then we got caught in that wind and those waves, and then water was just coming in the boat, so everything got wet. And then we got here to the campsite, and it started raining, and there was big thunderstorm and lightning straight away pretty much, which luckily I was able to get the tent set up and everything in the tent before that happened. And yeah, everything there got wet. I did wake up this morning about 5:30 and looked out across there, and there was a moose over there, which was nice. And I got out my telephoto lens that I picked up specifically for getting shots of a moose on this trip, and the lens is all full of condensation because everything got wet yesterday, so this is out of action right now, which is just fantastic. Brand new, gotta love it. Oh, tell you, this whole YouTube thing is a pain in the beehole sometimes. It's pain in the beehole. So hopefully the sun will come out at some point today, who knows, and I'll be able to get this in the sun and dry it out. I think that's the plan for today, is just get somewhere, all my gear's wet, everything's wet, try and get somewhere, get a campsite early, and hopefully the sun will come out and I can just lay everything out and dry it out and have a bit more of a relaxed day. So cool. Oh my god. That right there is a lynx looking straight at me. Oh my god. I'm getting way too close. I'm getting way too close.